Good morning students. இது biology living studentல இப்போ menstrual cycle அந்த டாபிக் பார்க்க போகிறோம். அதை வந்து நம்ம படித்து நான் உங்களுக்கு எக்ஸ்பிளைன் பண்ணுறதோட அதை பார்த்தீங்கன்னாவே உங்களுக்கு எல்லாமே புரியும். வாங்க அந்த வீடியோவை போய் பார்த்துட்டு வரலாம்.
Ovary contains large number of sac-like structures called as Graafian follicles or ovarian follicles.
அதாவது இந்த ஓவரியில வந்து நிறைய ஃபாலிகுல்ஸ் இருக்கும். அதை வந்து கிராஃபியன் ஃபாலிகுல்ஸ் இல்லைனா ஓவரியன் ஃபாலிகுல்ஸ் அப்படின்னு சொல்லுவாங்க.
Follicles has centrally located cell which is large called ovum. When ovum matures, the follicles ruptures and releases the ovum. The ruptured follicle is known as corpus luteum. Every time one follicle matures and releases one ovum into the body cavity. Ovulation. As the follicle matures or ripens, it projects out from the ovarian surface as a small cyst-like oval swelling which bursts to liberate the ovum. This process is called as ovulation. Menstrual cycle. In young girls, Graafian follicles do not reach maturity. They begin to open only when the puberty commences in the girl. Time for puberty in the female is 10 to 15 years. All changes undergone by a young girl during puberty are due to pituitary gonadotropins, which stimulates the ovaries. Ovaries, on stimulation, secrete some specific hormones, especially the estrogen and progesterone, which regulate the development of primary and secondary sex characters of female. Menstruation begins about 15 days after ovulation and lasts 2 to 5 days. Under the influence of follicle-stimulating hormone, FSH, an ovum and its follicle matures. This follicle secretes an increased amount of estrogen, which stimulates the regrowth of the endometrium. The increased production of estrogen triggers the production of LH, an example of the feedback. Paradoxically, at the end of the cycle, LH and FSH production declines as a result of the increased concentration of progesterone and estrogen. Menstrual cycle involves proliferative phase. Proliferative phase is also called as follicular phase or stage of repair. In this stage, proliferation repairing of endometrial lining takes place. Ovulatory phase. During this period, ovulation takes place and body temperature rises, which remains high until the onset of next menstrual period. Secretory phase. Secretory phase is under the control of progesterone and estrogen secreted in corpus luteum, also known as progravid phase. Prepares endometrium for pregnancy and implantation. Destructive phase. Destructive phase is also called as stage of menstrual flow, which lasts for 3 to 5 days. During pregnancy, it does not retain the corpus luteum. It is replaced by scar tissue called as corpus albicans. In human beings, menstrual cycle ceases around 50 years. That is termed as menopause. Cyclic menstruation is an indication of normal reproductive phase and extends between menarche and menopause.
இப்போ இதை பார்த்துருப்போம். நெக்ஸ்ட் வந்து தமிழில் ஒரு வீடியோ இருக்குது, அது பார்க்கலாம். ஓகே ஸ்டூடெண்ட்ஸ், தமிழ் வீடியோ வேணாம் எனக்கு தெரிஞ்சு. ஏன்னா இதெல்லாம் இதே நமக்கு புரிஞ்சிருக்கும். ஏதாச்சும் புரியலைன்னா கமெண்ட் செக்ஷனில் கமெண்ட் பண்ணுங்கள்.